welcome back once again to Be Myself and Die 5, Parsecs from Home, episode 10. We are moving right along. When last we had our crew together, they were on the dual planet actually, of Shaki Aberdeen, and they were taking a job from the Johnson Tanaka Corporation to put down a robot rebellion, sort of, to, recover some proprietary property and technology and things, which they did. They did it a little too well, in fact. They took some stuff they shouldn't have, and now Johnson Tanaka, while still amenable to hiring them again, is also sending out probably mercenaries after them because they know they stole some of their stuff. So that may not bode well for our crew, and they may actually have to leave. But before we get too far into this episode, I do want to, first of all, welcome all of you, and please do hit like and subscribe if you want to help support the channel, or consider joining us on Patreon or the YouTube channel memberships, or buy some stuff from our store at memyselfandie.com/store. All of these and more are ways you can help support the show, and the links for all that stuff are in the description below. But I also want to say that I will be at Gen Con this year in August of 2023. I'll be hanging out mostly at the Columbia Games booth, so if you want to come by and say hello and chat about games and stuff, then I will be there. I'm also trying to schedule in a panel as well, talking about how to use improvisational techniques like I do on this show to help sort of make your games a little more dynamic or better or whatever the case. So look out for that at Gen Con this year. First of all, before we get started, we do know that we rolled the It's Time to Go event, which means, of course, that we're going to get one rival per turn. So I'm just going to put that in there right now at the beginning of turn 10. Here's the thing. I don't think that we want to stay on Shaki Aberdeen. We do have 5 credits of fuel that we can use to freely escape this place, and I think we're gonna do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of those 5 credits of fuel. We're going to change worlds. So that means we move on to the Starship Travel Events table. 68. Oh, this is really good. Travel time. Local conditions force you to jump to the very edge of the system and approach under standard drives. So this is going to take a lot longer to get to the next system. Any injured crew may rest for 1 campaign turn. That is perfect. Oh, this is really good. Basically, it means that Kale is now out of sickbay, Vine is now out of sickbay, and Katria is down to 1 turn. This is perfect. That means that when we go to the main turn, we're going to have a full crew except for Katria. Katria's going to be able to join us, just not participate in the crew tasks. So it's a long week or 2 journey, I think, from the edge of the system all the way to the new system. But let us find out about this new system. Let us go to the Book of Random Table Science Fiction 2 by Matt Davids. And what is the name of this system that we come to? The Mostoles system. And now we're gonna roll 2 traits as per the Wild Galaxy optional rule to see what we know about the Mostoles world. What do we know? 70. It's a free trade zone. This means 1 crew member per campaign turn can roll twice when using the trade table and choose either result. That's awesome. I like this world already. What is the next trait of the Mostole system? 88. Okay, well, this kind of goes hand in hand a little bit with the free trade. High costs. Your crew size counts as being too higher for the purpose of upkeep costs. That's gonna be expensive. Expensive place to arrive, but we're not done yet because we need to see if our rivals follow us. We do have rivals. We have 2 of them. Any rivals you have will roll 1d6. On a 5+, they opt to follow you. So, first of all, the rival that the captain made by mouthing off in the bar does not follow him. And what about the thugs from Johnson Tanaka that are potentially going after our guys? Did we lose them? We lost them. Haha, there are no rivals here. They did not follow us. Huzzah. Check for licensing requirements. Do we need a freelancer license to perform patron jobs on this world? Yes, we do. This is no good. How much is it gonna cost? Give me 1, give me 1. Hey, 1, okay, 1, I'll take that. It is required, and I did obtain it, and it cost me 1, so now I'm down to 7 credits. And now we go to the world steps. So we arrive on Mostoles, but let's find out a little bit about Mostoles, just to get a sense of it. Types of planets. This is from the Book of Science Fiction Random Tables. What kind of planet is Mostoles? 86. A helium planet. Oh, so everybody talks like this. It's a helium planet. That means it's a gas world. So I'm going to imagine then, because we know there's free trade and high cost, so it's almost a gas giant, but not quite. It's got areas of land, it's got land masses down there, but the atmosphere is pure helium. So there's really no settlements or anything. I think that the starport is in orbit, and I think most of the settlements are also in orbit. They're clearly mining this world for helium and various offshoots. Helium-3, helium-4, I don't even know if those are real things, but we'll assume that they are, and that they're worth something. So they arrive at the space station orbiting the world of Mostoles, helium planet that is, and I'm picturing it as sort of a gassy blue, almost turquoise kind of atmosphere swirling. So unfortunately now, the whole gang is here, which means that we have a crew total right now of 6 because Katria is still in the sick bay, she doesn't count. So we have a crew of 6, so it's gonna cost 1 credit, but it's in fact doubled. Oh no, sorry, crew size plus 2 for cost. So it's as though we have a crew of 8. And plus 1 additional credit per crew member past 6, which means an upkeep cost of 3. However, I do have the water purifier, which gives me 1 credit per turn, so it's actually only gonna cost me 2 for upkeep only. That's a lot of dough. That brings me down to 5 credits already. Oh, but we also have trade goods. I forgot, I should deal with this right now. Trade goods means every time you arrive on a new planet, you may roll 1d6 and see how many credits the goods will sell for here, and you can wait as long as you like, but if I roll a 1, the goods have become spoiled. And 5! Oh, they're worth 5 here. I'm definitely going to sell the trade goods here right now as we land and immediately embark on a little bit of starport trade. Ship debt. Do I want to spend 2 to bring our debt down? No, I'm just going to let the debt increase to 11. Pay for medical care. Well, Katria is the only one in sickbay now because of the long travel time it took us to get here. Characters in sickbay and bots needing repairs now mark off 1 campaign turn from the duration, so Katria is down to 0. She rejoins the crew for battle, but Katria cannot perform a task this campaign turn. Okay, assign and resolve crew tasks. Well, no rivals, which is fantastic. We do need to find a patron. I'm gonna set the captain on going to a patron. I think he's gonna take Rex the bot with him. Nobody can really train, nobody has the XP for it. Oh, trading, we definitely wanna trade here because 1 crew member per campaign turn can roll twice when using the trade table. So it's just 1 crew member to do that. I'm gonna send Kale out to do that, and he's gonna roll twice and take the best. I can send other people too, but Kale's the only one that gets the benefit of the free trade zone. We do not need to recruit. We got 7 people, so that's fine. I'm gonna send Stein and Mara out exploring. Oh, repair. Oh, see, yeah, Katria is the perfect one to repair stuff because she's got the AI companion that helps her re-roll savvy rolls, but she can't perform a task this round. So that means someone else could try and repair. Who's got a good savvy? Oh, Rex. You know what? Yeah, I think Rex is going to stay back and try to repair. So instead, it's going to be the captain and Mara that go looking for a patron. Kale goes trading. Stein goes exploring. Vine's gonna go, he's gonna go trading with Kale actually. And Rex is going to stay by and repair. So first of all, let's take this one at a time. The captain and Mara go looking for a patron. There's 2 of them. We roll 1d6 and add 2. And after rolling, you may opt to spend credits to bump it up. In other words, like, paying around for information, seeing who needs what kind of thing. Let's see what we get. We are looking for a 5 or more. Oh, that's terrible. 1 plus 2 is 3, so we could spend 2 credits to get a patron. I think it seems counterintuitive, but I think we're gonna do it. Spend 2 credits brings us down to 8, but we are going to find 1 patron, which will be randomized. Let's deal with that in a second. 2 of them are trading. So Kale's gonna roll twice on the trade table and take his pick of which one he wants. So the first roll that Kale is gonna make is he's out trading in the starport marketplaces looking for anything of interest. 67. A hot tip, which is 1 quest rumor. So either that or 1. A personal weapon. Roll 1 to the low-tech weapons table. We have more than enough weapons here. I'm gonna take the quest rumor. So this may come up as a mission. We'll see. That was Kale. He benefited from the free trade zone. Vine does not benefit from that. He rolls straight up and he's gonna roll an 82. Gently used. Roll once on the gear subsection of the loot table. The item is damaged and needs repair. Boy, our whole stash is filled with damaged weapons. What damaged thing do we trade for? A hoverboard! Hey, a hoverboard, dude! The character may use the board to move instead of walking. When used, the character can move up to 9 inches and can ignore any terrain that is man height or lower. While hoverboarding, the character cannot engage in combat, but can perform a non-combat action as needed. I see. Okay, that was Vine's trading. Let's see what Stein does as he goes exploring the various aspects of the starport here on Mostoles. What does Stein explore and discover? 53. I don't have a gambling problem. Oh, he got this again. Discard one item from the character's equipment or crew stash. Oh, Stein, you're always gambling on my stuff. I'm going to get rid of the damaged hunting rifle. Fortunately, Stein immediately hits the gambling bars and the casinos and winds up losing. He bets an item from the ship and he bets the damaged hunting rifle and he loses it. Stein! I don't have a gambling problem, you have a gambling problem. Well, that was terrible. Repairing, we have Rex. Rex the bot, add the savvy ability score, which is 2. You may spend credits on spare parts. Every 1 credit spent before the roll grants a +1. We need 6s. I think he's gonna try the heavy auto rifle. We've only got 8 credits left. Do I wanna spend 1 to get that additional? He's gonna do it. So we're gonna spend 1 credit for spare parts, and Rex in the ship's repair bay is basically going to rolling +3 to this roll, and he's looking to get a total of 6. Don't get a natural 1. He did it. Didn't actually need the spare parts, but how could you know you had to spend it before you make the roll? So he repairs the auto rifle, which is great. We're probably going to wind up giving that to Kathria because she just has a regular military rifle. That was the repair job. That is everything done, except now, who is the patron? The patron on this world is 9. So it's a private organization. What is the danger pay? +2 credits. When does this organization need this done? This campaign turn. Benefits, hazards, and conditions. It is a private organization. All of these are 8+. Benefits? Nope. Hazards? Yes, there is a hazard and a condition. No. So there is a hazard, and that hazard is veteran opposition. Enemy is -1 to panic range. All right, let's go to our Freelancer's Handbook to see here. Freelancer's Handbook to see if there's any special conditions with the patron job. 23. Have to look humane, so we cannot use melee weapons. Have to look humane, so somebody's watching. This is going to be possibly a job in the open. Not sure yet what that means. What is the objective of this mission? Whatever it is going to be 34. Eliminate as per main rulebook, page 90, okay? Is there a time constraint? The objective must be completed in the first 6 rounds. Extraction, how do we extract? 41. You must exit across any battlefield edge to successfully extract. An elimination mission, but you have to look humane. It's got to be happening in public. It's got to be happening in the full view of people. So that's, well, there's a lot of free trade on this station. Maybe it's at like a trade show or something. Maybe there's maybe it has to happen in public to send a message. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, this private organization is hiring our crew to go and send a message to maybe a rival organization, but they have to do it in public to really send that message. And they have to do it humanely because this organization has got its reputation. You know, they don't want to go up and gut somebody in public. They'd rather just, you know, blow their head off. Which is way more humane, apparently. Okay, so it's going to take place in public, maybe at a trade show or something. There's going to be lots of stuff going around. There's lots of people around. That's kind of cool. Okay, assign equipment. Well, we've got a few interesting things here. First of all, if it's a melee weapon, it's not here. So Ryson is not going to have his glare sword, etc., etc. However, we've got a few interesting things. We did pick up a quality gun sight, and we do have a rattle gun. I think I'm going to attach the quality gun sight to the rattle gun. It gives it +2 range, and you re-roll 1s, okay? So I'm going to give that to Vine. Now that infantry laser is going to go to Rex. Now Rex has a handgun and a hand cannon, both they're pistols, so we can still have another weapon, because you can have 2 weapons and a pistol or a blade, but if you got 2 pistols, I'm treating that as the same as a pistol and blade in this case. So I'm gonna give him the infantry laser. Now, we've also got this cyber hand and an auto rifle. So first of all, I'm going to give the auto rifle to Katria. We've got this cyber hand. The character may take any 1 pistol they own and build it into their hand. Range is reduced to half, but the weapon always shoots with +1 to hit and additional +1 bonus when brawling. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take Stein's hand laser and I'm gonna give it to Mara. And then Stein's hand laser also has the the shock attachment on it so it stuns people better. But I'm gonna give the cling fire pistol to Stein, and we're gonna implant that cyber hand for Stein. That's pretty good. We've got rid of a lot of stuff that way. We go back to step 5 now, resolve any rumors. We currently have 2 quest rumors. So if we roll a 2 or less on a d6, we receive a quest. Nope, we do not receive a quest this round. Choose your battle. There are no rivals for us to check, but we do have 1 patron. Oh, we gotta give them a name, this patron, this private organization. They're probably some sort of merchant faction, so we'll call them, maybe there's some sort of like specialty importers or something, so we'll call them Margrave Imports.
Just imports, no exports?
He's an importer-exporter, okay?
So we are going to take the patron job. Let us determine the deployment conditions of the mission. This may change my idea of it taking place in this trade hall. I might have jumped the gun on that. Let's see here. Patron missions with a 69. Delayed. 2 random crew members won't start on the table. At the end of each round, roll 1d6. If the roll is equal or below the round number, they may be placed at any point of your own battlefield edge. Who is it gonna be? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be Vine and 4. Well, we already had Vine. 2 random members. 7. Rex. Well, that kind of sucks. We're down to 5 guys. Is there any notable sights on the battlefield? 90. There's a peculiar item on the field. Plus 2 XP for someone who spends a combat action to pick it up. Determine the enemy. Who's the enemy? 64. Interested parties. Another group has taken an interest in the job you are doing. Ooh. Add +1 when rolling for unique individuals. Ooh, I wonder if a member of the enemy crew is going to be here. Whoever they are veterans and have -1 panic range. Interested parties, 21. Vigilantes. Disgruntled locals who've decided to take matters into their own hands. Is there a unique individual? Well, we do +1 on this roll. Here we go, 2d6 +1. Oh, look at that. We have a unique individual, which means it's a member of the Vendetta's crew is here. That is great. Okay, now to make this interesting, I'm going to go to the Trailblazers handbook for elite individuals. Who's the crew member? 42. A secret agent. A mysterious individual packing some state-of-the-art murder implements. Okay. Perhaps this is someone that used to be a special agent for Unity, but decided to go pirate and started to work with the Vendetta's crew, but they retain all of their toys and their knowledge. He's got 2 points of luck. Oh, he needs a name. Let's go to Death in Space by Free League. Shorel, Anik Shorel, I love it. We're also going to use AI variations from the Trailblazers toolkit, which means, because they're all aggressive, that they're all going to roll on a table whenever they activate. We have figured out everything we need to know. I'm just going to whip up the stats for the enemy's weapons here to make sure it's in front of me. So we know the mission, we know the enemies, we know that there is a Vendetta crew member here. We've got all the stats, and we are ready to go and eliminate the vigilante person of interest, but also the captain's gonna want to go after Anik Shorel, the member of the Vendetta's crew. We're gonna see how it all turns out in the battle round. So here we are on the planet Mostales, or rather in the space station orbiting above the helium world of Mostales. There is a massive trade floor on one section of the station, and it is here that our targets are going to be. First of all, we have the one target here, and we can see that. That is our infantry laser guy. He's the guy that the Margrave Corporation wants us to take out. This is the secret agent. This is the Vendetta crew member, Anik Shorel. He is a tough customer. He's an elite customer. And over here, of course, we have the 2 other vigilantes. This is the one with the military rifle, and this is the one with the auto rifle. So you can see them there. Okay, that's them. So the first thing we're going to do is determine randomly what side of the table these enemies are in fact going to show up on. So I'm going to determine that by rolling a d4. And we're gonna start with 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is towards me, 4, so it's actually over here. So the enemies are going to be placed in a formation. They're aggressive, so they're gonna be within 1 inch of each other. And our guys are gonna be over here. Now, another part of the mission is that we have a delayed deployment. So Vine and Rex are not going to join us every round. I have to roll a d6, and if it's equal to or less than the current round number, then one of them joins. Now, here's the other aspect to this. I have taken all of these little, what are medieval peasants, but forget the fact that they're medieval. These are just regular tradesmen and customers and things like this on the trade show floor. They are going about their business, but here's the thing. This is going to complicate things. This isn't in the book. This is just me coming up with this. There is a chance that these people could get in the way or could cause havoc or something. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to look like. I'll sort of come up with that on the fly. If someone is within line of sight of another weapon, then if that weapon misses, it's going to hit the innocent bystander instead. It's going to be chaos and carnage and all kinds of awesome, terrible things. Okay. Ooh, she's going to have a hell of a shot through here, isn't she? Captain and Katria is also here. Yeah, they're basically going to start like that. So the trade show is going on. Little do they know that the whole place is about to erupt into chaos and gunfire. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, there is another item as well. There is a peculiar item. The item is placed 2d6 plus 2 inches in a random direction from the center of the table. 2d6 plus 2 in a random direction. So it's this way, 9 inches this way from the center of the table, which is right there. So the item is basically going to be here, maybe being held by this trader here. The next thing we're going to do is seize the initiative. So we're going to roll 2d6 plus the highest savvy of our group. In this case, that's going to be Katria. However, we do have the scanner bot, which gives us +1 to this roll, and also last time the captain took security training, which is a further +1. So we are rolling 2d6 plus 4 to see if we can seize the initiative. We are not outnumbered. We're not fighting hired muscle, so here we go. 2d6 plus 4 is 8 plus 4 is 12. We seize the initiative, which means every character in your crew may either take a normal move or may fire. And any shots taken only hit on a natural 6. And now they are going to take their free round. They've got 6 rounds to kill this guy here, and the captain it really wants to kill that dude here. So here's the thing. We've put Mara with her hunting rifle. Ooh, is she just gonna blast across the... Ooh, this is bad. Is she gonna blast with her hunting rifle? It's got a range of 30, so these people are definitely in range. Yeah, she is gonna take a shot. Oh, there's all these people... Okay, so this is hilariously bad already. She does have line of sight, however, it is beyond cover because there's a table and 2 innocent bystanders in the way. So she is going to take the shot. This is highly inhumane. Here she goes. She misses the rifle. Now she misses, which means that she blows this person's head up. Down they go. Chaos is about to erupt. Oh no, that was terrible. So that was Mara. I think who has got Rice and Ganomer's got a military rifle at 24. Does he have a shot at anybody? Yes, they are still within range too. Is he gonna follow Mara's murderous, chaotic course and start spraying into the crowd? Oh my god, terrible. Yeah, he's already sort of behind cover here, so I think the captain is also, because he just cannot pass up the opportunity to hit. So the guy is still technically behind cover because of that table, and there is an innocent bystander in the way too, but the captain is gonna take his free shot. Does he get a 6? He does not. Down goes. That guy is well riddled with bullets as he falls down. Screaming erupts on the trade show floor. Let's deal with Stein. Stein has to move, so Stein is gonna take his free move of a speed of 5, which is gonna put him right there, sort of behind cover. Haha. That was his free move. We've got Kale and Katria. Katria has an auto rifle now, which is 2 shots. Well, she has 2 shots, so can she use 2 shots during seize the initiative phase? I'm not even sure. I'm gonna say yeah. I think it makes sense. You can take your shots, right? So does she have a shot? She does. It's still, oh boy, yeah, it's still behind cover. And, oh yeah, so she's, well, it doesn't really matter for this because it's 6 ups anyway, but she's gonna fire twice. She's got this auto rifle now. One of them hits, the other one misses, killing that bystander. But one of them does in fact hit for damage 0. This is against the secret agent, Anik Shorel, whose toughness is 4. Does he? Oh, look at that. Okay, so that would normally take the secret agent out. However, he has 2 points of luck, which now becomes 1 point of luck. He's immediately moved 1d6 in a random direction and is otherwise unharmed. What's going on here? This way, 5. Well, he can't go 5. Oh, yeah, I guess he can. He dives with all this carnage happening in the center. Anik Sharel dives over here, out of range of anybody else, which leaves Kale. Kale has a military rifle as well. Does Kale have a shot? Does Kale have a shot at the guy that we really want to hit, which is, of course, the infantry laserman? Does Kale, from here, have a shot? He does, I would say, except it is through cover. Again, it doesn't matter if it's cover. He does have line of sight on this, but that is within 24, is it? Oh, you know what? It's just shy, so Kale cannot take that shot. Instead, he's going to move his speed of 5, and he's going to wind up right there. Okay, that was everybody, I think, on the surprise round, the initiative. Oh my God, it's chaos out here. Now we're going to do our rolls. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, but we roll an extra one because of the communicator. And let's see what our reactions are. Not bad. Does anybody have reaction 3 yet? I don't think so. Oh yes, the captain has reaction 3. Okay, well that is gonna be the captain. And then we've got a couple of 2s, reactions, 2s. Everybody else is 2s except for Katri and Kale. So it's gonna be Stein or Mara, basically. Well, both of them, because there's only 2. So Stein's gonna take his 2. He's gonna be on the quick phase. Mara's gonna be on 2. Oh, and I'm gonna try and remember to use duck back rules. That didn't count in the seize the initiative phase though, which means that Katria is at slow and Kale. Oh, we could discard one. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll discard the 6. It doesn't really matter. Katria's on the slow and Kale's on the slow. Okay, in the quick phase, moves and attacks. Well, Stein is going to move. He's gonna have to move 1 inch here, and then he's got 4 more inches here. So he leaps up and dives over the corpse of this person and dives behind cover there. Does he have a shot at anybody? I don't think he does because his range is a maximum. Oh, right, by the way, his Klingfire pistol is now in his cyber hand, so the range is no longer 9, it's 4. But he has +1 to hit with it, so he has no shot. So he could dash for 2, but that really wouldn't help him. That would put him in the open, and he doesn't want to be there. So Stein is done there. The captain can also go. Now the captain, I should have had the captain go first because now Stein has just blocked his shot here, which was kind of dumb, but what are you gonna do? So the captain is going to move. I think he's going to move. Well, actually, let's do Mara first because Mara still has a shot with that hunting rifle. I'm pretty sure she has got line of sight on our guy, and she does, but it is through. It's not through Stein, thankfully, but it is through cover. So this is going to be a 6 up shot. However, she is rolling with a combat bonus of +1, and she is aiming. She's gonna aim and fire, so she rolls 1s. Also, the hunting rifle has critical, which means that if she rolls a natural 6, it's 2 shots. So she is firing with a +1. 3 will miss. There's nobody to hit here, so he was fired on. Have to remember that at the end of the phase, he's gonna have to try and do a duck back, which leaves us with the captain. The captain is gonna have to move up, probably kind of screwing with her line of sight there. In fact, the captain, oh boy, he doesn't really have a good, oh, you know what? He saw him, yeah, the captain, what am I thinking? Captain's gonna go 1 over here, and then he's gonna go 4 over here to the edge, where he does have a shot at that guy, but it's pretty hard. It is behind cover, but the captain runs up, braces against the corner, spins around and with his military rifle, which does have the shock attachment, which will not have any effect here because that's within 8 inches. So he is going to fire at a +2, and he has 1 shot. Here we go, +2. He's got to get 6 or more. Natural 6. Unfortunately, with this particular gun, there's no benefit. But now the damage against toughness 4. Damage is 0. Against toughness 4 is a 5. That's going to take him out, but he's got a 2nd point of luck. So the luck is gone. Wow, that was awesome. No more luck. He dives out of the way, 1d6 in a random direction, which is back this way, 3 inches, which will put him right there behind the cover of that. So he's diving out of the way, and that was the captain on 3. Now, who was shot but not hit? Him and I think luck will cancel out the duck back thing because he's already moved. So we're just gonna do duck back for this fella right here. He is in the open, so he'll duck back on a 3. Oh no. He does not duck back. Okay, very good. So in the enemy phase, Well, let's deal. They're gonna move. Well, hold on. They're aggressive. They're aggressive. They do definitely see enemies in sight. Now, normally, aggressive enemies would rush towards an enemy and try and engage them in brawl, but only if the enemy's combat score is not bigger than theirs. The only one who has a combat score of other than 0 is the secret agent. So these guys are not actually going to rush to try and engage our guys, but they are going to try and take up cover and hit them. So I have from the Trailblazers toolkit a randomized aggressive AI chart, which I'm going to roll on here to see what, let's see what our target guy does here. He is going to do 2, maneuver within current cover to fire. Stein is well within range, but he is behind cover. This guy is firing the infantry laser with a combat of 0. Does he hit Stein? No. This guy, what's this guy gonna do? He is going to maneuver within current cover to fire. Again, he has no cover, so he's just gonna move over here, take his 1 inch over here, and he is also gonna fire at Stein because he is the closest thing. This guy has that is the military rifle, so he's firing 1 shot at +0 against cover 6. 1 is a miss. All right, so that was these 2. The auto rifle guy, what's the auto rifle guy gonna do? Advance and fire on the nearest enemy, use cover. Advance, well, their move is 4. Advance and fire. He doesn't really have much of cover. He could go here, sort of behind this table, which would give him cover. This is the specialist firing now. He needs a 6 up, and oh, he hits Stein with that auto rifle. Now the damage of the auto rifle is, and it's 2 shots. It's 2 shots. Well, that was the first shot. Damage against Stein's toughness is 5. So Stein will be pushed back an inch, and stunned for 1. And with the second shot, Stein's still technically behind cover here, will miss. Okay, that was this guy. Finally, our secret agent. Now we determine what the secret agent is going to do. He can brawl, so let us go. If unable to engage an opponent in brawling combat this round, advance to do so. That's the base condition. So he is going to try and advance to get into a brawl, but he's not going to be within. So in fact, nearest enemy technically is Stein. So he is going to go, and his move, he's quite fast, this guy. His speed is 6. Oy, oy, oy. So he's going to go 5 to here and 1 to there, remaining behind cover, but he is going to take a shot. He can't get into brawling, so he's going to fire instead. What is he going to fire with? He pulls out some weapon, and it is the flak gun. The flak gun is a range of 9. It's focused, it's a shrapnel attack. Let's see if Stein is in range. He is behind cover. Stein is just out of range of the flak gun. Okay, so he doesn't fire. He stays where he is, and that was the enemy phase. Who was shot at but not hit? Nobody, because Stein was hit. So no duck back there. That brings us to the slow phase. We have Captria and we have Kale. Well, Kale is still kind of behind cover, but he doesn't have much of a shot on anybody. So I think is Kale going to try and maneuver around? I think Kale is going to go with the captain to support him. Kale's move, because he's got a handgun, a military rifle, and a blade. Yeah, so Kale's going to move 5 to here. Yeah, he's going to dash 2 and just take cover, sort of kneeling down behind those crates. And that's the end of Kale. Over here, we have Captria. Captria's move is 4. She's still not very fast. I think she's going to move up. She's going to have to dash behind cover as well there and not really take a shot because she doesn't want to stay in the open. She's going to get just butchered if she does. Now we would go to morale, but there was no enemies lost, so there's no morale phase. At the end of each round, roll a d6. This is for the delayed, so if we get a 1, it's awesome. We did not, so we advance to round 2. Okay, there are still 5 of us in the fight. But we have the communicator, so what is our reaction rolls? Oh, well, that was about as bad as you can get. Only 1 person is going to go on the quick. Everyone else is on the slow, so who's on the quick? I think it's got to be Stein. He's in the open. He's in big trouble, so it's got to be him. Everybody else is going on the slow. Stein is stunned, so one of his actions is taken up by stun. The only thing he can do is try and get back to cover, which he does. So it goes to the enemy phase. Well, let's start with the secret agent because he is closest. Base condition, if able to engage opponent in brawling combat, he can't. So instead, he's going to advance to do so. His speed is 6. So he is going to run and take cover behind here. This round, he cannot brawl, so he's going to pull out his plasma rifle, which has a 20-inch range. He is going to fire at the closest target, and the only one he can really see, well, he can see Mara. Now he's going to fire at Stein. Stein's right there. So he, with the plasma rifle, oh my God, 2 shots at 1 damage each. It's focused, piercing, and overheat. Okay, piercing won't matter, but he must fire both rounds at Stein. He's running a +2. Stein's behind cover, so 6 is what he needs. Okay, well, that's a hit with the first shot. The damage of the plasma rifle is +1 against Stein's toughness of 5. Oh no, Stein is taken out, but we have a stim back. A stim back. They remain on the table with a single stun marker, so, oh, but he is moved back, and there's a second shot coming in. Second shot comes in at +2. He's still behind cover. 5 will miss. Okay, that was the secret agent. Now this guy's the closest. This is the auto rifle. Does auto rifle have a shot at Stein? He does not. So I have to roll to see what he does. What does auto rifle do? 6. Dash towards the nearest enemy, fastest route. Stein is still the nearest enemy, so he is going to basically he's going to move 4 and then 2 for his dash. So he moves this way, 4. Puts him there, and 2 for his dash puts him right there. Yeah, kind of coverish, behind coverish. That was him. Here, our infantry laser fella now has a problem because he can't really shoot at Stein because he would endanger shooting the secret agent. Enemy figures will not endanger an ally when they fire, so that's a bad angle. That's a bad angle for him. He is going to have to, well, what's he going to do? He can't advance. So he's going to, he's going to maneuver within current cover to fire. That makes sense. That's what I would have done anyway. However, he's not going to have much of a shot. If he maneuvers within current cover, he doesn't have a shot. Yeah, there's really nothing he can do. So he's essentially done. Normally, I would have him move and fire, but I'm using this special AI table, so I'm going to adhere to that. And that leaves this guy. He is also not within brawling range. Not that he would. 5, he's going to advance and fire on the nearest enemy, fastest route. That is the nearest enemy. Advance and fire. Well, that doesn't mean he's going to stay within cover. His move is 4, so he's going to go 2 to here, and he's going to go 2 to here, so he can try and get a shot, but again, his buddies are in the way, so he can't take the shot. That is the end of him. We go to the slow phase. Stein was shot at for duckback, but he was shot at and he hit. He had to use this impact. So the captain is unaware of where the enemy is. I think Katria has to get up there. Now she's not hugely fast. She is speed of 4. She can race past Stein to get behind cover here, which she's going to do. And she's going to take a shot at the secret agent because she knows that that is the guy that the captain is after. Katria with her auto rifle is 2 shots at +2. Behind cover 6, his first one up is 1, which is a miss. She doesn't have any special rerolls for 1s. Second one, 4 + 2 is a 6. Hit! Boom! Damage 0 against toughness 4. Oh my God! Did Katria just do it? Did Katria just take out not only the first enemy, which gives her the +1 XP, because that would be so MO for her, but she did. Let me check. Did she just take out the secret agent? Toughness 4, he had 2 luck points. I think that's that. Katria pops up with her auto rifle and that was the first shot, taking out the secret agent, a man. These people are still screaming and everything. In fact, I'm just gonna randomly move everybody because they're running around. It's chaos. Nobody knows what's going on. Okay. All right. So much for humane, huh? Well, nobody's using a knife. Okay. That was Katria. We still have everybody left to go, which is pretty good. I think the captain is gonna, I think Captain Kale or Captain Kale? Captain and Kale are gonna try and make their way, both with speed 5s, as quickly as they can over here. So the captain's gonna move 1 to here, 4 inches this way, and he's gonna dash 2, which puts him right there. Kale is gonna move 5 and dash 2, which puts him there. They're trying to sort of come up and flank these guys if they can, and she is why? Well, she doesn't have stealth gear. Does she have a shot? She can't fire there either, because she is, she can't fire through happy, friendly people. So I think she's got to move. I think Mara's gonna get out of there. I think she's gonna move her speed of 4. That's gonna put her way over here, and then she's gonna dash 2, which is gonna put her there, and that's the end of her. And that brings us to the end of the slow phase, which we go into. We're about to go into round 3, but first we roll to see if our 2 fellas over here show up, 2 or less. No, they do not. We go into round 3. Remember, we have to kill this guy by round 6. I mean, already the secret agent is dead, which is fantastic. I was totally terrified of him. I thought Stein was down for sure. Nonetheless, here we go. All right, we are rolling. There's 5 of them, and they have a communicator. So the reaction rolls of the first round is looking terrible. Gonna get rid of the 6. 3. The only one that can use that is a captain, because he's the only one with reactions of 3. So the captain is gonna be on the quick. Everyone else is on the slow. So the captain is first. So over here, the captain can move his 5. Oh yeah, he'll have a shot on that guy. But not, if he moves here, he'll have a shot. Yeah, so he's gonna move over here behind this cover, and from here, he will have a shot at that fella behind cover. That is the principal target, but this guy's right in the way. Oh no, what are you doing? Stop killing us, we're just space traders. All right, the captain comes out, and with his military rifle with a shock attachment, the dude is not within 8, nowhere near. So the captain's gonna be firing at +2 against 6s. 3 + 2 is a 5. He will miss. That brings us to, but this guy has to check for duck back. Has to check for duck back. He was shot at from beyond 6 inches. 1, he will not duck back. This guy is clearly intimidatable with, bullets. All right, so it goes enemy phase. So we start with this guy who is first. Oh, there was a morale check. There was a morale check at the end of the last round because they lost one of their number, which means, see, I almost forget every single time. Roll a number of dice equal to the number of figures that were removed during combat, which is 1. Their panic, they are veterans, so their panic is only 1. If I roll 1, somebody, oh no! I mean, rather, yes, this is good. Wow, so somebody did in fact flee. Who was it? Apply each die to an enemy figure, starting with the figures closest to the enemy battlefield edge. Okay, that's him. Oh, okay, all right, there's special rules for this. There's special rules for eliminate. Oh, things just got super tense, guys. If the target would bail from the battle, which is him, put a marker next to them and leave them in place. Put a marker next to them and leave them in place for the next round. The target cannot move but may shoot and fight normally. If you fail to kill them in this final round, they make good their escape and the mission has failed. That would have been the end of round 2. So for the next round, which is this current round, so nothing changes because the captain still missed. He might have to spend either a story point, they've only got 2 left to reroll, or we do have Lucky Shot, which is one of the stars of the story rules on page 67. Lucky Shot, if a character just missed a shot, turn it into a hit. It only applies to a single shot, even if the weapon rolls multiple attack. I'm going to use that because this is important. Maybe this is stupid, but this is, no, we want to win. So we've used Lucky Shot. So in fact, the captain did hit that guy. Now here's all the marbles. Does he wound the guy? This is damage 0 against toughness 4. No, okay, but. Anytime you've rolled for anything, you may spend 1 story point to roll again. I have to spend a story point to see if I can take this guy out. So we got 1 story point. Damage 0, toughness 4. Yes! Oh, they take him out. Boom! Okay. All right, well, that was a little weird and out of order because I forgot about the morale thing, which changed everything, but that was a hugely expensive thing, man. Oh, I had to use my Lucky Shot and a story point. Brutal. Okay, well, that was the captain. Enemy phase. They have lost another guy, so they're gonna have to take a morale check, but not yet, not to the end of the turn. So here, this guy is in the open. Can he engage in brawling combat? He cannot. Neither of them can because they have combat 0. I might have to make all my enemies elite from now on because the past 3 episodes have been quite simple, quite easy. Maybe I just rolled lucky, but yeah. Anyway, what's this guy gonna do? He's going to maneuver within current cover to fire. This is the only cover he has. He's gonna move here and he's going to shoot. Katria is not within 3, so he's gonna shoot at Stein, who he can see. Stein is still behind cover. He's shooting with +0 at 6s, and he will miss with the auto gun. Oh, it's an auto gun, which means it's a second shot he takes, and if it was a +1, he hit him, but it's not. Bullets go flying everywhere. We'll say, kills that woman too. Oh no! Terrible, awful carnage. Oh, so bad. This guy, what's this guy gonna do back here? 6, he's going to dash towards the nearest enemy, the fastest route. Who is the nearest enemy? Who is the nearest enemy? I'm gonna guess the captain. Is it Katria at 13? Is it captain at 13? I'm gonna call it the captain. Because he sees the captain blow away this guy. So he's gonna he's gonna dash. Basically, he's gonna go 6, dashing. Nothing about cover, so he winds up there. But that is his action. The end of the enemy phase would go into the slow phase. Was anybody shot at and missed? No, there wasn't. No duck back. Boom, slow phase. Let us deal with Kale right here, who has the civilian right in front of him. If he fires from here, he's going to kill the civilian. He doesn't want to do that. So he is going to move around the civilian. He sort of pushes, get out of my way, and he pushes the civilian aside and moves also behind this cover here and will fire his military rifle, which is 1 shot with a +1 combat. The guy's in the open, which means 5's up, 4 is a miss. That was Kale. He is done. Mara is going to move 3, which puts her there, and she's going to fire. Now, she did move with a heavy weapon, so she's -1 to fire. The guy is behind cover, but she has a +1 combat bonus. She's got to roll a 6. She misses. And that was her. Stein is stunned, so 1 action is going to take care of that stun for him. His second action is, well, he is still technically behind cover here, so he's gonna fire. Now, here's the thing. He does have the cling fire, but the cling fire is only range 4. He's got the shotgun, range 8, but he can't, I'm lying. He can't fire at this guy because Catria's right there in front of him. He can't do that. So he is going to, in fact, move. What's his move, 5? Yeah, he's gonna, oh no, then he's gonna put himself there. He's got no good places to go. Actually, he races over here behind there for his action, but he is done because he was stunned, and now Katria is going to aim and fire twice because of her auto rifle at this guy here. She's rolling with a +2, re-rolling once for the aim. Oh, yes, the first shot hits, boom! Damage 0 against toughness 4, takes him out! Wow! And there's no other target for that second shot to fire at, so she is done, which brings us to these guys. Do they show up? 3 or less? They do not. Yes. Now this guy must make a morale check because in this round, 2 people were taken out. Roll a number of dice equal to the number of figures that were removed and then apply it to their right. So his morale is 1. So so neither of those were a 1, so he does not flee. Reaction phase. There's still 5 of them with an extra for the communicator. And we're going to get rid of the 6. But we have 2 1s and a 3. Well, Captain's going to take the 3. Kale's gonna take the 1, and Stein is also gonna take the 1 because he has a shot, which means that Katria is going on the 6, or in the slow phase rather, and so is Mara. Let us start over here with Captain. Oh, again, there's a civilian right in the way. That's bad form, Captain. Don't do that. He can split. Yeah, Captain runs over here and fires at this guy. And the guy is in the open to him, so he is firing with a +2 against 6s. No, that is a hit! And pow, 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 the military rifle. Ooh, it's also a shock attachment, which means it does impact damage within 8. So, let's see what happens here. Does he beat his toughness with it? He does not, which means the guy is pushed back 1 inch. However, he is stunned, but because of the shock attachment, he's stunned for 2. Kale is gonna try and finish the job. He does have a good line of sight within 9, certainly within the range of his military rifle. He is going to fire at +1. The guy's in the open against 5. That is a hit. And does he damage him? He does not, however. He applies the 3rd stun, which kills him. And that is the end of the enemies, and it gives them ample time, as they were only on round 4, to get out, but they do have to leave the table in order to end the mission, so we're not finished yet, but there's no enemies to hurt. Oh, wait a minute, what am I saying? What am I saying? Don't be so hasty. There's toys on the board. The question is, we've finished the objective. Can anybody get here and claim the thing as an action? I don't think it's reasonable that they would have the time to go over and grab this peculiar item because it's chaos. There's dead people, there's alarms going off, security's gonna be rushing down on this thing, so I'm just gonna make an objective call here and say that they are unable to get this peculiar thing, but that is okay because otherwise they've achieved their goal in an amazing way. Not only did they take out the infantry laser target that the private organization wanted them to assassinate, which they did in the middle of this crowded market, and people are dead and there's blood everywhere. Ooh, that they may not be liked very much. Here, they may have an instant rival. That might be an interesting complication. I might add that. Regardless, just instant rival, which is like the security forces of this station. That might be cool. Yeah, I like it. Narratively, I'm gonna do it. I'm adding an instant rival for this. They killed the target and they killed a member of the Vendetta crew, which means that Ryzen Ganymer has 1 crewman left before he can finish exacting his revenge on those people that did him poorly. So that is what he's going to do in the future, but that'll have to wait until the next campaign turn. For the moment, we leave the scene of the battle as our guys flee back to the safety of their ship and hope that they're not pursued by the security forces, and so we will see what happens in the post-battle phase. Here we are in the post-game of episode 10. They were wildly successful, although they did kill a lot of innocent people by accident. So that's gonna have an effect. I think the first thing we do is resolve rival status. If you fought an opponent that isn't a rival and held the field, roll 1d6. On a 1, the type of opponents you just fought become your rivals and should be noted for this planet. This is the term to determine if they become rivals. On a 1, no, they do not. They decide business is business and they leave well enough alone. However, I'm definitely going to add a rival anyway, which is going to be the security forces of the station, because they're on to our guys. That was the repercussions for accidentally killing a bunch of innocent people. Okay, boy, they're monsters, aren't they, these guys? Resolve patron status. If you succeeded in a patron mission, we sure did, you may add the patron to your list of contacts on this planet. Get paid. You earn 1d6 credits and pay loot, bounty, or salvage. We also get +2 to this because the mission was particularly dangerous, or so the Margrave Imports thought. So 1d6 credits, we get 2. So we get 4 credits for the mission. Wait a minute. If you won the mission by completing the objective, any roll of 1 or 2 equals a 3. Okay, so that's actually 1 more. Battlefield finds, if you held the field, we absolutely did. We may see if we find anything interesting from holding the field. 24, usable goods. Roll on the consumables table in the loot chapter. 1 dose of Kiranin crystals. Kiranin crystals, a bright dazzling display of hypnotic lights, will daze any character within 4 inches of the user, making them unable to act this round. The crystals have no effect on characters that already acted earlier in the round and do not affect the user. A character that is attacked in brawling combat will defend themselves normally. Interesting. Okay, well, we find that in the battlefield. That's something. Check for invasion. These guys were not an invasion threat, so don't have to roll for that. We do gather the loot, however, to see what we have earned, and this is not a quest, to see what we looted from the battlefield, and it was 93 rewards. Rewards. Ooh, this is interesting. We find 16 data files worth 2 rumors. Ooh, okay. That brings us to 4 quest rumors. They're on track to finding like some information about some quest that could bring them a lot of money if they choose to pursue it. Determine injuries and recovery. Nobody was injured. Experience. Well, Katria gets her +1 for taking the first blood. We survived and won. Who killed? Oh, Katria. Oh, Katria killed the unique individual. Okay, well, Katria is gonna get a total of 5. Everyone else gets 3. You know what? Kale is gonna spend his 6 right away on that to make his toughness 4. Is Katria gonna do that? Her toughness is 4. You know what? No, I gotta really focus on her being like the repair person. Her savvy's gonna go up to 3. Do we want to spend credits or anything on Rex to get his stuff up? You can only advance his scores once. He's already advanced speed and combat. I don't want to do it right now. We don't have quite the money. Invest in advanced training. Well, this is interesting stuff. We did this with the captain last time and it was really good, but it's still very expensive. I don't think we can do it right now. We only have 12 credits, so let's go to purchase items. Do we want to purchase things? I always roll on this. We did use the stim pack. The odds of getting another one are very slim. I think we're gonna sell undamaged items. We can sell up to 3. I'm gonna sell the military rifle for a credit. Undamaged items, that was the only undamaged item we have left that we're not using. So that's that. Roll for campaign event. What is a campaign event here on campaign turn 10? 69, dude. Oh no, we could be stuck here for a while. During routine maintenance, the gravitational adjuster got knocked out of alignment. Perhaps sabotage? Your ship suffers 1d6 points of hull damage. I knew things were going too well. How many hull damage does it take? 3 points of hull damage. Ooh, that's bad. That's very bad. We have to fix that or else we can't fly away without blowing up. Okay, that's bad. That's a bad call, Ripley. Bad call. Okay, we have a character event now, non-bot, so it's gonna be one of the 6 of them. Who does it happen to? Kale. Happens to Kale. What happens to Kale? Kale Bresh, 37. Overhear something useful. Earn 1 quest room or we're up to 5. Oh, we are going on a quest next campaign turn. And more importantly, we've killed off another one of the crew. There's 1 left before Gadamer gets his revenge, and that is definitely going to be the captain of the Vendetta once we find him. Perhaps this quest will lead to him. Who knows? I'm not entirely sure. The last thing we have to do is check for galactic war progress. We don't have to worry about that because no other planets were invaded. That brings us to the end of episode 10. Wow, easy, but also dangerous. We made it harder for ourselves to get off this planet, and now we definitely have security forces as a rival because of the carnage of the trade room floor. Bad news all around, but let's see what happens next time in the next episode of 5 Parsecs from Home here on Me, Myself, and I. Thanks for joining me here, and if you do want to help support the show, please do hit like and subscribe, or consider becoming a YouTube channel member or a member of our Patreon, or, you know, buying some stuff for the store is always good too. Handmade stuff we do right here. Also, I will be at Gen Con this year, so if you're going to be there, 2023 August, Gen Con, I will be at the Columbia Games booth, so come by and see me there. Otherwise, we will see you on the next episode of 5 Parsecs from Home here on Me, Myself, and I.